Hey everyone, welcome back. This is my review of Akame Got Kill episode 9. I know this review's late. I've been having a lot of technical issues since yesterday, but I know that would have still been late, but I don't care. But I'm here to finally do the review now at 12:30, well, recording it anyways, at 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday. God damn it. Anyways, this fucking episode of Akame Got Kill. Oh my god. Okay. Goddamn. I really don't know what to think about what just happened in this fucking episode, okay? It was just damn, that I really just see that. Like, a lot of people are loving it too, that basically Tatsumi's became Death's bitch. Not me. Like, I don't hate Death as a character, don't get me wrong. But come on, man. He may be in some ways a generic shonen main character, but he's still a really likable fucking character. Okay, like, oh my god. What would be really interesting though? I don't know if they're actually going to go this dark, but what would be really interesting, because I kind of thought about something. I'm not sure if she actually wants him to actually be a genuine romance interest, or if she just wants him to be her boy toy, essentially. But what I thought was, because two of the things that were on the list were, you had to be not something along the lines, you had to be not too experienced, you had to be a low-level warrior, and you had to have an innocent smile. At first I thought it would either be Tatsumi or the new character introduced in this episode for the Jaeger's waiver, which I'll talk about the Jaegers later on in this review, okay? But it turned out to be Tatsumi, though. That was one of the two. But I have a theory, and they might not go this way, who knows, but I have a theory as to why she wanted those two. In terms of the not being too experienced, so Tatsumi's obviously experienced, but he's not nearly as strong as her, though, or like one of the high levels, you know. So I was thinking that maybe that was because she wants to actually train him from a low level into being a high level, brutal, killing machine sadist like her. And the other one, the innocent smile. My theory is that maybe she wants to take pleasure in completely destroying that innocent smile from the bottom up. If you know what I mean. Okay. Of course, and maybe she'll physically and psychologically torture and torment and, brutalize and completely fucking destroy him both psychologically and physically for several years. Oh, alright. I'm not sure if, again, I said this before, I'm saying I'm not a manga reader. I don't know if they're really going to go that dark with it. I'd feel really sorry for Tatsumi if they did. But I would still like it because I like dark shit, okay? So, yeah. So that would actually be really interesting. That's my theory there. But then again, she might actually want it for a genuine romance, okay? Who knows? I'm not saying that people like her are incapable of actually loving someone genuinely, like normally, okay? I'm not saying that at all. They most certainly are. But still, that's really my take on that. And poor fucking Tatsumi. And the thing is, like, obviously he had no power to resist, because Death is leaps and fucking bounds ahead of him in terms of power, obviously, And of course, Night Raid's freaking out because of this, because they might think that their base might actually be compromised. So Nagenda, the normal leader of Night Raid, actually takes a leave of absence to do whatever. Not too sure what she's going to do. I theorize that she might be wanting to hunt down Night Raid. I'm not too sure though. Or not Night Raid, but hunt down Death. Not too sure, because we do get the backstory with her in this episode, which is her and Death actually used to be close partners, okay? But she couldn't stand how sadistic that Death was, so she left her shortly after that, I guess. Okay, so, but anyways though, so basically Akame is now the temporary leader of Night Raid. And I like how they destroy a cliche here. Obviously Akame has feelings for, or at least it seems like she. I'm not sure if she has feelings for Tatsumi, or if she just considers him an extremely close friend and comrade. Either way, though, I think it was Leone or one of them basically says, don't even try to out and fucking save him, because that would be the generic shonen thing to do, where like one of the main characters is so crushed by this they actually go out and try to save the one captured alone, But Akame says, no, I'm not going to fucking do that. She suggests that they change locations into the mountains of the Night Raid hideout, which is probably a good idea, since, as far as we know right now, it hasn't actually been confiscated, or the hideout hasn't actually been, what's the word I'm looking for? The hideout hasn't been found out, basically. Alright. Which is good, but still, it's a good idea to move it just in case. So they're going to move into the mountains. Alright. And that's that part of the episode. But we also get introduced to the Jaegers, which are a group created by Esdeath, led by Esdeath, obviously, which are here to come try to hunt down Night Raid to make up for the lack of manpower that the capital now has due to Night Raid, obviously. Okay. So because of that, we introduced a few new characters. We have Wave, who, like I said before, he's very much like Tatsu. He really is, personality-wise. And he seems to be a rookie as well, And he's the only normal one of this group, too. Another notable one is actually, what's her name? I don't remember what her name is, but she's basically Akame's sister. Alright. And her personality, I'm not sure if the two love each other or they hate each other or they have a love-hate relationship or whatever, but her personality, at least at the moment, on the surface, appears to be much like Akame. She's, curious like Akame, I guess. She's playing with Kuro, which I'll get to that in a sec. And she's very stoic like Akame as well. And then we get to Demonic Justice. Seiryu, I don't remember what her last name is. So, alright. And and with Kuro, obviously, so she's a member as well. And then we have a character named Run. R-U-N. Now, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a rune, and maybe Wave is actually Wave, I don't know. But seriously, it is kind of weird. And then we have a few others. I don't really remember their names too well. There's this one guy who has like this. He's really muscular and he's really shy, and he appears to have like some sort of a metallic mask on his face or something. I don't remember what his name is. I'm pretty sure there's others as well. But obviously, they're all led by Esdeath. So now we finally have the introduction of the Jaegers. Alright, so and I thought it was a pretty good introduction. And I'm most interested in two of them. I'm most interested, first off, in Akame's sister, because I really want to see Akame and her sister confront each other. And I really want to see them, talk, maybe, and also fight, too. See which one is actually stronger. Alright, because obviously Akame's sister's no fucking pushover, because we saw her, I don't know if it was in the last episode or another one, but we saw her basically sitting on top of a pile of fucking bodies, okay? Obviously, she's no fucking pushover, okay? But also, the other one I'm interested in is actually Wave. And the reason I'm interested in him so much is simply because he is, like I said before in this review, he's basically like Tatsumi. So it'll be interesting if we get to see him like grow and develop in depth. Okay, that's kind of what I'm hoping for, Even though he's not the main character, I'm kind of hoping for that. Maybe even because of how much he's like Tatsumi, he'll eventually betray the capital and join Night Raid. I think that'd actually be really cool if that happened. All right, because he seems really innocent. He might not be. Seiryu seemed really innocent at first as well, but he seems really innocent. If he is really innocent, then I highly doubt that he knows the darkness of the capital, and so he might actually defect it later on in the series and join Night Raid. I think that would be really cool to see as well. Okay. And I think that pretty much sums up what happened in this episode. It was a very good episode, it was. The ending, or not, it wasn't the complete ending, but the part with Tatsumi basically being captured by Esdeath to be used as her boy toy kind of disturbed me a little bit. But I've seen weirder shit. Okay, but still, but it was still nice because it helps bring up a large level of fucking conflict. Like, it really does. And I love this episode, okay? It was really good. There wasn't a whole lot of fighting in this episode. Really, the only fighting in this episode that I actually recall is two scenes. One is a very brief scene with Tatsumi in a tournament facing this gigantic fucking guy with him, which he takes down really fucking easily just before Esdeath basically falls in love with him and captures him. She basically pulls a collar out of her fucking boobs and puts it around his neck and then drags him away, okay? Like, come the fuck on, people. And then the other scene is with the before that, with the compilation of the Jaegers. She basically takes a few of them on and kicks their asses, alright? There's like only one, which I don't remember what his name is. I think it might be Run, but I could be wrong about that. Who's actually able to go toe-to-toe with her, at least for a little while, with hand-to-hand combat, which is pretty cool. Those are really the only two fighting scenes I actually recall in this episode, alright? And I think we should about wrap up this review, though. A great episode of Akame Got Killed. It really was. Like, I can't wait for the next episode. It's going to be so fucking interesting to see exactly what Esdeath is going to do with Tatsumi. I imagine that some of it will be restricted from being shown, but that should be pretty fucking obvious as to why exactly, okay? Anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.